Hello, hello, hello. We are here for 25 days of her. This is day 2. So, thank you for coming back in, joining us today, whether you're watching it on the replay or you're here live. Listen, I have such an amazing, another dynamic woman who I want to bring to you today for day 2. See, we got 25 days of this, right? 25 days, 25 women. Every day you're going to get something. You're going to get a nugget. You're going to get an piece of empowerment. You're going to learn something new from each one of these ladies, who they are and what they do. So the lady for today that we're going to celebrate is none other than Miss Tatisha Perry. Come on to the stage, my sister. What's going on?
How are you?
Doing wonderful. How about you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on. This is an honor.
This is amazing. You look great. You look amazing today. So listen, I'm going to fall back and I'm going to let you just tell everybody who you are and what you do, and tell everybody about this triplet thing you got going on.
Okay. Well, again, thank you all for joining today. My name is Tatisha, and I am the owner of the Triplet Connection LLC. To give you a little history, the Triplet Connection was started because I am a mom of triplets. I have three 18-year-old triplets, which I truly adore. And so from there, I just seen at the time when I was looking to do something for a business that I wanted to inspire other people. But two of my children actually was influenced by bullying, and so that was my main reason to start the Triplet Connection, was to be a platform to empower, uplift, and inspire others, to be able to tell people my story, but to also hear other people's story, and to help them to be able to be the best people that they can be, through healing and finding their power in their pain. So that's where the Triplet Connection actually birthed from that. And from there, I became a motivational speaker, just speaking at different events and talking about things from self love all the way to depression or anxiety. Uh, Excuse me. Another thing that I do is life coaching. I started to do life coaching, working one on one with people, and just helping them figure out what are the barriers that are in their way from them to becoming the best version of them that they can be. Sometimes we have generational curses, we have mindset curses, I call it, and different things that hold us back from becoming the best person that we can be, including myself, because I am a work in progress. And so everything I do with someone else, I have worked on with myself, or continuously working on with myself. So with life coaching, some of the things that I do is positive affirmations, working on different activities, facing fear, facing anxiety. If it gets to the point where they do need a therapist, obviously referring them to someone that they can sit down and actually talk to professionally. I do have a master's in marriage and family therapy. I am not licensed as of yet, so I never crossed that boundary. I also just help them to be able to have an outlet, for someone that they can bounce ideas off of or do different things, things that they want to do. And so that's what I do with life coaching. I have had some people that are multiple entrepreneurs. They have different, businesses, and there was just some things that they needed to kind of help them get to the next level in their business. One of the biggest things that I see continuously come up is procrastination. Just working on not procrastinating on things and doing things in the moment, and to be able to be the best person you can be while you're doing it and not half doing it. So that's some of the things I do as a life coach. I also, again, do motivational speaking. But one of the things that I introduced this year that I have been working on doing and just starting to do is corporate training. My field that I worked in for 21 years is in the social service field with individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So that's where my passion is. That's my baby. I have worked in that field since I was pretty much 21, 22 years old. And not telling my age, but it's been a long time. And so what I do is I reach out to different organizations, and I do diversity training and inclusion training. I do engagement training. I do retreats, field trips, field day, just different things that they want to do in order for them to be the best they can be for their individuals, number one, and to do personal development with their staff. Unfortunately, the social service field is one of the fields that's not paid as well as other fields. And so it's a lot of turnover, a lot of burnout, a lot of staff morale just not being high. And so I work on that with the organizations and the corporations to help them be able to, maintain the staff that they do have and have their staff be happy. But also, I work with the individuals that want to be able to grow, offer case management. They might want to have a goal of getting their own apartment or finding a job. And so helping them to be able to do those things and accomplish those things that they might not have a role in the organization that can help them do that. So those are some of the things that I have started to do with corporate training, also inclusion training, teaching organizations that don't service individuals with developmental disabilities how to include people with developmental disabilities in their everyday work life and in their atmosphere and what that looks like for them. Every organization should be an equal opportunity organization. So you might hire someone with the physical disability or mental disability. How are you preparing for that? How are you accommodating them? So those are some of the things that I do as well as a corporate trainer. And again, that just started this year. So I'm definitely kind of new in that area, but looking to definitely branch off and do that eventually full time. That's my passion. That's one of the things that I do truly want to do from this point on. So I am busy, of course, as you see, but I enjoy helping people. I am a servant. I always have been. So every role that I do take on, that I do is serving others and just helping others get to where they need to be at, to be the best person they can be. If it's in the corporate field, if it's individually them trying to figure out what's next for them in a job or a career, whatever they want to do, is helping someone to figure that out and become the best version of them they can be. So, is there anything else you would like me to cover, Carolyn?
Wow. So, I mean, you pretty much covered a lot, my dear. You covered a lot. So, because I was trying to figure out when do I jump in, but I can't because you pretty much covered a lot. So, listen, one of the things that I had a question about when you were talking about, you talked about Triplet Connection and how you started that because of your children being bullied, right? But
Yes.
then you also have this background and you're venturing into corporate training and I love what you're doing because you're servicing the businesses, especially right now during this time when people are just kind of I can't even put a word for what the people are right now. It's very interesting, right? It's very, very interesting. Mental health is basically it's coming to the forefront, but they're still pushing it under the rug and not really wanting to address it. And it's coming out in so many different facets in our jobs and our homes. And I like the fact that you're working in both of those elements. But that stemmed from, you said you have a master's in counseling, but you're just not licensed yet, so you don't cross that barrier, and then you find the proper counselor or therapist that someone could go to. But I want to know, I want you to tell the people what drew you, what inspired you, right? What was your calling? What was the catalyst? What was the reason that makes a passion of yours to want to be able to serve people in a way to take on that role of a counselor and to just be this beacon to help people have a better understanding for people with learning differences and disabilities and things of that nature. Like, where did that come from?
You know what? The funny part, I'm glad that you asked that. Life lessons. My oldest sister was dropped on her head when she was 6 weeks old. And from that, she has a developmental disability. And when I say that's my hero, she is my hero. She has her own job. She just recently got an apartment with me and my mom advocating for her. So she has her own apartment now. But she's just amazing. She's just one of the people that I tell all the time that she's the reason that I do what I do. And then having my triplets and all three of them being diagnosed with ADHD, it's like, okay, God, what are you trying to tell me here? And so life experiences, having to grow up with my sister and then having children of my own with, a not developmental disability, but ADHD, just really draw me, number one, to that field. And then number two, wanting to advocate for them. And then being born blind myself, I'm legally blind in one eye. And so that was alone something that I was ashamed for years, until I realized, like, that is what defined who I am, and not to be ashamed of it, but to be proud of it.
Wow. One would have never have known. See, no one knows somebody's story, somebody's background. Because I've always wondered, because you also mentioned, that field is not a field that pays the most, right? So it's not about the money. It's about the service. And then there's a reason, there's something that drives that service. There's something that drives that passion. So what is it that you can tell somebody out there who's thinking about getting into that kind of profession, or wanting to just figure out a way to serve at a higher level?
Honestly, just to know that it's not an easy field. It's very rewarding in the sense that if you have the right motives and the right intentions, that you can truly, like I tell people all the time, I am better because of them, because of all the individuals that I ever work with. I am better because of them. It's not, they're better because of me. It's I'm better because of them, because they have so much that they can give to you and that you can learn from. You just have to have the right mindset. And so I have seen where staff go into that field because they just want to make a paycheck. It's not a lot of money. You're not going to be a millionaire working in the service field. I'm going to tell you now, unless you're a CEO somewhere, unless you're the head of the company. But if you're just a direct care staff, you're not getting millions. And so you have to have that right mindset of, I have to be a servant first. And if you go in there being a servant and just having that positive mindset, then it's a rewarding field. It really is. It truly is. No matter what you do. I have started from direct care, truly just going into group homes and taking care of individuals, and up into being a case manager, where now I'm advocating and helping them find jobs and houses and whatever else. But it's rewarding when you have the right mindset and the heart for it.
Wow. Yeah, and that's what I'm picking up on. You have to have that. First and foremost, like you said, it's the mindset, right? And then it's the heart. But it's really, truly, the word that just keeps jumping out is being a servant.
Yes.
And being of service, right?
Yes.
And that's where the most rewards come in at. So because it's the heart of a servant, right? And when you're doing this work, and especially when you're helping other people grow, because they help you grow, right? But at the same token, it's like I always say, it's an energetic exchange, right? So it's we always hear like, okay, so what's in it for me? But there's really nothing in it for me other than I get blessed because you're blessed. That's what's in it for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's in it for me. So, man, like I don't know. I want to see you guys with some hearts and some likes, like and share this, because I believe Tatisha just like nailed something. This is only day 2, y'all, of 25 days. So day 2, like yesterday, it was about owning your confidence. Today is really, even though her company is Triplet Connection, but let's put a dive on that Triplet Connection. What's the 3 things? So if you had to say 3 things, we're gonna go with that. I did a brother man thing. 3 things.
My man from the 5th.
3 things. So we're gonna put another spin on this, since we talked about the things that you're doing now, and with the motivational speaking, with the coaching, and with the corporate training, and just serving. So if you had to say your triplet connection, what would be the three top things that people, how you would connect with people? Go.
Wow.
I know,
Three
right?
tough things how I will connect with people. Number one, being a listener. You have to start with listening. And I feel like that's across any field that you in. If you're not a good listener, you're not able to connect with anybody because you're not going to hear what they're saying. So that's number one, being a good listener. Number two, again, serving. That's just been on my spirit through this whole conversation, is being a good server, being willing to serve, not just looking at what you can get from whatever relationship that you're in, if it's professionally, personally, but to be a server in anything that you do. And so that's number two. And number three, I would have to say how I can connect with people is just truly helping them tell their story. I tell my story every chance I get, but if I can help them tell their story, help them tell their story.
Wow. So, help them tell their story. You were fortunate enough to be able to tell yours, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
What was that like to finally tell your story? Because I think, like I said, just learning about Lisa with you being legally blind in one eye. So you want to touch on that for a second?
Like I said, just when I was younger, it was to me more of an embarrassment than an embarrassment more than a gift. I felt that way. I felt that I was cursed. I felt like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I, have two eyes like everybody else? But then I realized God made me different for a reason. And as I got older, I realized that's just my power. That's just my superpower. You know, and I'm just grateful to be able to tell my story and to be able to let people know that I came from a place of not feeling connected with people, and I'm feeling like, how can I find a group of people or people that I connect with? To now it's like the ones that I love on them hard, and Carolyn was one of them. Because not everyone you're going to connect with, but just find the right people and put them in your circle. And my story is about people that I found along the way that just took me under their wing, no matter what stage I was at, and helped me feel like I was somebody.
Mm. Wow. So the reason why I had her talk about that briefly is because Tatisha is one of the co-authors of her story. And when I got to read her story, it just blew me away because I had no clue, because I thought it was going to be a different type of story and I didn't expect that one. So yeah, so if you want to definitely connect with Tatisha, um first and foremost, tell them what you have coming. I know you have a couple things coming up. We have the book, you're in the book, you have a course to help individuals who are going through. Last month was all about love and Valentine's Day and stuff like that, and so now we're like, now it's the month of the woman, and so now maybe they might need some empowerment.
Okay. So yes, again, I am in her storybook, which thank you to Carolyn to be able to connect me with that. I've also wore the course. Thank you to Carolyn again. Like when I say you have people that's in your corner that will lift you up, this lady right here, that's a whole nother subject, but she is one that will lift you up and empower you to do things and step outside your comfort zone. And so my story, my course actually, I'm sorry, is called Dear Mr. X, and it's about healing from a breakup. And so it's actually on her NYE Institute. And so definitely go to the NYE Institute if you want to sign up for that course. It will be coming out for soon. It's a 4-day masterclass.
4-day masterclass. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. And then her story, that's why I just had it up. So this Tatisha Perry from Triplet Connection. Definitely for her story, she's one of the amazing co-authors on this international bestseller, right? That's what it is. And you can definitely get your copy. You can kind of follow. We're going to do something soon, so you'll be able to follow us soon. All the authors, and you just go to Her Story. You go to bit.ly/Her Story Anthology, and that's how you can connect with myself and with all of the authors. But in the meantime, you know, man, I just want to, someone saying, hey guys, I don't know who's saying hi, but hello.
No.
Thanks for joining with us today. I mean, like Tatisha said, she has the course, she has, you are a triple threat. Wait a minute, you a triple threat now. Wait a minute, you got courses, you a speaker, you hold up, wait a minute.
I'm trying. I ain't at your level yet. I'm trying to get there.
You are there. You claim it, girl. You claim it.
I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it.
You claim it. You claim it. You claim it. And see, and this is why, like I said, doing this, I wanted to be able to it just kind of popped in my head, literally in the middle of the night. And it was like, just honor these women. Just, you guys know I do Celebrating You Women's Conference. And so, but right now, it was like, you know what? We're going to get into the spirit. We're going to get into this whole thing of celebrating 25, where we got 25 days of her. And so who was her? Each day we come in with a special person like Tatisha. So once again, if you want to be able to follow Tatisha, let's see, I have her information. I'll put it in the chat. That's her website. So you make sure you reach out to her and listen. Make sure you go to Her Story Anthology so you can support her and all the other amazing women that's in this project. And so, Tatisha, I'm going to put you backstage and say, is there one last thing you want to tell the people before we let you go for the day?
Yeah, the one thing I would say, and this kind of has been my motto, is be you. Just be you. Don't try to imitate. Don't try to copy nobody. Just be you and be the best version of you that you can be. And you will get to where you want to be in life. And no matter what, connect with people that are doing amazing things, because they will lift you up and inspire you to do amazing things too. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you, Carolyn. Have a great day.
Awesome. Thank you, Tatisha. Stay with us. So you guys, man, thank you for, like, if you enjoyed day 2, just say like thumbs up or hey or something. Great job, Tatisha Boss. Yes, you got some hearts and likes in there. But man, this is just brought to you like empowerment is magnify your essence. That's it. That's all I can say. Things come to you in the middle of the midnight hour, and when you get these ideas, you get these thoughts, you roll with them, you go with them. So this was placed in my spirit. So we're gonna come here to you guys every day for the rest of this month. So today is International Women's Day, celebrating women all over the world. Her Story is about her story from women all over the world. So I can't help but not share with you guys that we will be officially launching the Her Story book tour, pop-up book tour, starting in the month of April. So coming to a city or a country near you. I'm just going to put that out there today, right? And I'll do another live on it later. But I see some co-authors who are on here. They're saying, yay, great job, good job. Listen, you guys, join us again tomorrow for day 3. I'm telling you, 25 days of her. I'm going to bring to you and celebrate these women one at a time, not because of their story in Her Story, but because of who they are and what they do and how they serve. As Tatisha said, they serve in a big and bold and mightiful and powerful way in the world. So once again, this is your girl Carolyn Wilson from Magnify Your Essence, and I want to leave you with 3 things. I didn't do my brother man this time. 3 things. So I want you to first thing I want you to do is be empowered. I want you to be inspired. And the last thing I want you to do is be magnified. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and go out and continue to serve. Take care, everybody. Bye.